Ever just think I feel like I'm being surveillanced by the CTA or something like weird moment today where I heard I was eavesdropping on the front car of the train, like on the purple line, and I heard Michael Armes being called on their CTA radio for some reason. I was eavesdropping. I was like, is it me or someone else? That's the question. Do they know my name as Arms or Armis? Because I know my name gets mistaken a lot for being called Armis, which they could be talking about me, shit I've been dealing with, when I go to the pharmacy, right? I haven't been there for like a week or so. So when I was going to pick up my medication, and then the guy was looking at me crazy, they look at the records, medical records. It feels like I'm being spied on, dude. Literally being spied on by some government agency or the CIA or whatever it's called. It's one of my paranoid schizophrenic delusions that I currently have. And I was like, this old lady was following me. Like, who's this person? I don't know who she is. And now I'm thinking, am I being followed? And so I'm gonna try to do a saying where am I being spied on or something, like being surveillanced by people that I hardly know. Like the caseworker called me on Wednesday and was like, how you been, how you feeling? It was on a Thursday, I think. It's just like, man, I am going to bed, I'm having these weird thoughts, like weird being spied on and government agencies or anything of the above. Like I'm dealing with auditory hallucinations, delusions, and sometimes I'm checking for mealybugs. Like, do I even have mealybugs in the tent? And I checked. There's no mealybugs in the tent besides two egg sacs on two plants. And that wasn't a severe infestation. And I think the little egg sacs, think it came from my humidifier, for example. Like it came from the humidifier, right? And I'm thinking maybe I should spray that little carbon covering because it's getting those white spots in general because of my I'm using purified water for the humidifier and shit. And it was that's probably why the guy detected oh, you have mealybugs. No, I don't. I really don't. I just have humidifier that's running purified water instead of distilled. And I'm just what should I do this week? And it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm being surveillance by someone or the Matrix. You ever think about the Matrix, where in the Matrix movies, the only reason why the AI took over the Earth is because the humans took out the sun, and then it's just oh, we took out the sun, so we're using human to power our batteries. And it's just oh, so a human can power our bodies, and they put us in this simulated world, think about the Matrix. Are we even real? Are we the NPCs that you suspect? Am I an NPC or am I human? Or am I a human being simulated into a virtual world? Think about these possible outcomes. Then there's several other things like multi-Earth theory, where I talk about some really weird shit, in my head, mostly in my head, even if I die today, I might have a main character, main timeline where I'm successful, or I'm living with my stepdad, or I'm from another Earth, or another multiverse theory. The Hadron Collider. For example, oh, they found the God particle, and then what's next? What's even beyond an atom? Think about if we super zoom in. What about these CPUs? When you look at a computer component, you can look up very closely. It is got a lot of freaking stuff inside of a computer chip, like a CPU processor. It has to be cooled down to the point where it's running a nuclear reactor on a computer. It is just how much power does this burn? And the CPU, like pulls out 90 watts. And think about those 90 watts. How much power is 90 watts in like medieval time, you know? Like think about like the Egyptians and how they make batteries, you know? They were the first to make a battery. And pretty much they used those batteries to make light bulbs. And the light bulbs existed in Egyptian time, and it's just like, yeah, maybe I'm so intelligent that they are spying on me. I don't know. It's just like ever since I've taken N&M supplementation, I have an L feeling for cognitive focus and meditation. Sometimes I take meditation to meditate and mind my own business. I usually mind my own business when I'm in dangerous situations. I'm just like, I have severe PTSD from the other last week due to a situation at work. And I was just like, I almost sprung my coworker to a dangerous situation. I was like, I told him like, hey, there's a fight going on in the parking lot. And I was just like, I almost brought my friend and almost brought a coworker to a dangerous situation. I don't know who I was gonna talk to. I asked the service desk, there's a fight going on in the parking lot. And I was just like, yeah, yeah, like people are acting strange. Like even driving recently, like I'm driving normally like around the speed limit, around 24 miles per hour on my scooter, and be like, people are driving oddly suspicious. Like they know something, they're targeting me or something like that. It's just like, I don't know, weird thoughts of delusion and galore or something. That did not make sense. Galore. You know, I couldn't pronounce that word. I mean, it's. I need to start smoking weed. Maybe that could calm me down. But when the last time I smoked it, I went into psychosis because I had a very bad edible. Don't recommend pot brownie as your first edible. It is just the worst contact high I could ever have. I think. Yeah. Ever since then, like ever since I got out of agony care, like Albany care, I use that's what the place used to be called, and they can't invite any more residents because of their how dangerous that place is. It's like a freaking jail cell now because they replaced the glass windows with plexiglass windows, and then they replaced the walls, and it was just like, could I be a fucking psychopath? Maybe. But someday there's just like some crazy motherfuckers in that building. Like, they were just on the shit, dude. They were on drugs and substances. It was just like Corhalen. Like, what the fuck medications are they giving these mental asylum patients? Like, they even tried to put me on 6 milligrams of Risperidone. I was like, okay, I guess I could take 6 milligrams, but I'm not gonna fucking approve of taking it. I'm gonna tell this fucking psych doctor to get me off of that shit. I told him straight up, like, get me back onto 3. I don't need to start taking 6 because when I was at the fucking psych hospital in St. Mary's, they put me back onto 3. I only went to the psych hospital so I could like change my antidepressant. I was just depressed. There was nothing going on throughout the fucking month of when I was experiencing. I was experiencing like depressive system where I got bored to the point where I had no video games. All I had was my smartphone, and my smartphone was dying so fast it was just ridiculous. And it was just like, yeah. And now I went off topic. Like, am I being surveilled? Probably. I don't know. Maybe that's the fate to decide for the universe. You know, like a lot of stuff. Like I'm in my underwear, I'm shirtless, and I'm just like thinking about bed thoughts, you know, like think about what's gonna happen tomorrow, and I gotta pick up a package, my keychain broke, and now I gotta get a new one. Yeah, I haven't been feeling well lately due to the depression, and talked to my coworker about it. Like, I don't feel well, I need to take a week off. Maybe I should take a week off on June, because I need it. Like, I literally need to relax and reduce stress, and it's just like, it is just mental wise. I need to think about like stuff. Like I need to meditate for a while and then relax. But yeah, good night, people. Hope you enjoy your video. Hope you enjoy your day. And I'll keep you guys posted on the certification on getting my nursery license as soon as possible. I will keep in contact. I haven't received any mail to send in a bill yet. I do have to send the bill yet. I'll keep you guys posted about it, but see you later and bye.